lot to be smiling for. So what the f you be wildin' for? Come on, I get my grin on. I'm smiling, bitch, cause I always get my win on. I've been on so many different stages, graced the cover of 100 magazine pages, made people smile everywhere that I went. I even put it on the first black president. It's evident I'm hot as a crock pot, with a big ass smile like Mr. Hot Spot. You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the f you be wildin' for? If you're breathing, you achieving. We having fun this evening, believe it. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Now G, the DJ.
With the D-R-E.
Yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in there. Put it in there. Yeah.
Top dog, bite them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CBT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cuz homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this mother, just a swank in my hair. Trick, quit talking, quick walk if you down with the set. Take a bullet with some grip and take the smoke on this jam. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if you happen to get cracked, trick, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you be relieving your stress.
Now G, the DJ.
Okay.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, love buck. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.double-G. Straight off them killer streets of CPT. King up the beach, you ride to him in your fleet. Wood, coop the field, rolling on dubs. How you feel? Whoop-de-whoop. What? Dre and Snoop hitting colors in the lag. With Doc in the back, sipping on yak. Clipping all the amps, dipping through hood.
Now G, the DJ.
South Central out to the west side. It's California love, it's California bud. I might bell up in the Century Club with my jeans on and my team strong. Get my drink on and my smoke on. Then go home with something to poke on. Locust song for the 200. Come real, it's the next episode.
Nigga, I'm from New York, New York.
Now G, the DJ.
Next time if you talk, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York, New York. I got 100 semi-automatic that spits. Next time if you talk, got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York, New York. I got a semi-automatic that spits. Next time if you talk, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Nigga, I'm from New York, New York.
Yo, some people got good friends, and I live my life right, intense. On the edge, on the wire. I'm from the group where friction leads to fire. Stacking bricks, the time and take your pick. Do it don't. The track, yo, my life is good. I got my peeps in the mix, so
worst come to worst, my peoples come first. I got worldwide family all over the earth, and I worry about them all for whatever it's worth. From the birth to the hearse, through streets the guns burst. Words I disperse are here to free minds, and if mine are needy, I need to feed mine. When worst come to worst,
set up shop and write a verse. Actually, that's best come to best. My lyrics take care of me, they therapy, get my chest. Extra stress, 3-4 over the score. Different patterns of rhyming prepare me for war. So next time you see us, we'll be deadly on tour. When
worst come to worst, my peoples come first.
Word up, and worst
you know my peoples come first.
I got the back. At the end of the day, we could go our separate ways, but the song remains, it won't change. Got my target locked in range. I might switch gears, but first I switch lanes. Without my people, I got nothing to gain. That's why
worst come to worst, my peoples come first. Special victims unit, catalyst for movement. Create to devastate since 84, show improvement. Definitely dilated, peoples come first. Cross train and spar, we raise the bar and we put it in your ear no matter who you are.
want. When I'm looking at you, I keep thinking, why can't she be you? So I'm scheming, I can't go on like this. Believe that her love is true. Oh, standing on the dance floor while she tricking, you are all I want, girl. She's a chicken. We might be together, but love is missing. Girl, I want you. So what can we do? Girl, if it's alright, let's go somewhere and get it on tonight. Let's get it on. I got a girl, but you look good tonight. You look so good, baby. It's one-on-one tonight. Me and you, baby. Tonight. Girl, if it's alright, let's go somewhere and get it on tonight. Get it on. You shouldn't have to be alone tonight. Yeah, yeah. It's one-on-one tonight. One-on-one
Mel G, the DJ.
now she's looking at me. Let's keep talking. Oh, now she tryna ice you. Let's start walking over on the dance floor. It's her fault, but what can she do? Tell me, baby. Yeah. If you're ready, I'm ready. We can get it on. I know where I went wrong. With you is where I belong. If I could find the words to say, you sing it.
Now that love's taking over, I'm 100% sure that it's here.
Mel G, the DJ.
I ain't got no issues standing in my way, and I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So make it official. We ain't getting no younger, baby. When I'm ready to be with you, together for always. Choosing to hold through sickness and through health. I took it crazy, baby. Can you live with it? Loving me for life. To have it home forever, baby, ride or die. That two was parting. Let's make it last forever. Are you ready to be happy, babe, for the rest of your life? 'Cause I wanna be your future, and that's the family. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere.
Whatever you want, I got it, Bobby. Don't hesitate, holla at me. What I'm looking for, simple you see. Love is support and sexuality. When I'm
G,
with you,
the
don't
DJ.
wanna leave. Need you just like head it up. But when I'm not with you, I'm missing nothing. Got a lot inside, hate to relieve you for. Feel my every desire. When I'm with you, you take me higher. DGI, you're the only one I need. When I go, I'll come back. There is no way I'm leaving. To my DGI, you're the only one I
Mel G, the DJ.
I look a step so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Cause I know I don't understand just how your love can do it, no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love
hear me, then you give me a sign that you heard me pray. You let me know this dark night won't last always, 'cause in the morning you'll be alright. Oh, you'll be in the morning. The sun's gonna shine, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. No clouds in the sky, no clouds in the sky. It's dark in your life, no daylight. So many ups and downs, you don't know where to start. So many nights you cried, life was breaking your heart. It may seem real hard, ain't no help in sight, but don't you worry about it tonight, 'cause you'll be alright. You're gonna be alright, yeah. In the morning, the sun's gonna shine. Just a million in the morning, clouds in the sky. You don't have to worry.
Right about now, I know y'all
Mal G, the
Turn on
DJ.
your radio, wherever you at, we about to bring it. This is Wyclef Jean with cannabis working the night shift. Yo, we want all the ladies to put your hands in the air and sing this song with us. Yo, R. Kelly, you ready? Come on.
Now every time I make a run, will you turn around and cry? I ask myself, oh, why, oh, why? So you've got to understand, I can't work a 9 to 5, so I'll be gone till November.
Tell me that my bell. Yo, I be gone till November. Standing on the block where the spot get hot. Selling rocks, guaranteed to get set up. Buy cookie cop. My bells. I know it's wrong. I wrote this rap song. Forgive me when I'm gone. Being kinda busy. We working the night. Shit. I got it made. Hey, last word from the hustler. Hey, young Clef, take care of your mother. Looked at him and replied, yo, daddy, where you going? He said to Baltimore, he'll be back in the morning. Gave my mama a hug for her soul when she cried. Every man want heaven, no man want die. Vanished through the door, all I saw was a shadow. Heard mom echo, I don't wanna be a widow. That's when I realized death was at hand. Old man pulled off in a black caravan with some dark-skinned brothers who look Sicilian. Singing, come on, me.
Can't stop the shining. You wanna stop the shining? What?
Every time I make a run, girl, you turn around and cry. I ask myself why.
You need muscle for the hustle.
See, you must understand. I can't work a 9 to 5, so I'll be gone. Okay.
Tell me, shell, my hair.
Yo, I'll be gone till November. Standing on the block where the spot get hot. Telling rock, guaranteed to get set up. Buy cookie car.
Tell me, shell, my hair.
I know it's wrong. I wrote this rap song. Forgive me when I'm gone. Me and cannabis, we working in that shit.
Me and Clef, we ready to get it on. The 3.5 pound organ embedded in our skulls is what makes us better than y'all. I'm telling you, God, ain't nobody repping this hard. Since gang is called, we raise hell to the heavens fall. Me and my Fuji affiliates building with plans to make millions over a quiet game of billions. Black Sicilians, the descendants of West Indian pilgrims with the power to collapse buildings. Riding across the ocean floor like Poseidon on a seahorse to reach our overseas tours. By the middle of March, when the pregnancy starts and my lady's placenta, I'll be going to November.
Now every time I make a run, girl, you turn around and cry. I ask myself, oh, why, oh,
You need muscle for the hustle.
you've got to understand, I can't work a 9 to 5, so I'll be gone.
Mal G, the DJ.
Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. No, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know Rico. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, ching ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. Extraordinary, juice like a strawberry. Money to burn, baby, all of the time. Cut to fit, that's me. Fit to cut the shit. Come juggle with me, that's it, every time. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Dial emergency number. Still love you like that. Na 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 na. So we do it, man. Na 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 na. Hey, start like a jackrabbit, finish in front of it. I'm the 90s Jack, that's it. Understand? I'm the daddy of the Mac. Daddy is a Latin gold made me. Ain't no homie gon' play me. Top celebrity man. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. No, no, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone test will hear the fine lady sing. Act like you know, G-Go. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, cha-cha-ching-ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. Na 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 na. Yeah, man. So what it? Na 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 na. Right? Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up all crew bow ya. Still love you like that. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical danger. Big up the crew in the
Now, G the DJ.
I did good in my hood as a youngster. The hamster was never a punkster. No sir, no ma'am. Hot damn, me and Michael Jackson jammed. I ducked Soul Train, not American Bandstand. The bigger nigga is back and I'm on the right track. As a matter of fact, come on, so ring around the rosy, oopsie daisy, topsy turvy. You never heard of me, you don't deserve me. Fly like an eagle, drive like a BMW. You never knew I could bring trouble to a cordless. You can't afford this, don't get aboard this flavor. Unless you got the flavor for a Pringle. Could be a single, let me see you mingle, jingle, tangle. Sammy Davis Jr. was Mr. Bojangle. Tell me y'all, who's the man? Who's the man? The man. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you. I'm living my best life.
And you reduce to the best part ever. Yes. We're indeed living our best life on that soft life for today. Before we go back to Ruto's government. But yes. Amiga Myra, Maloba, the Afro-Punk Queen. And this is the Vault live on location. We're coming to you live from the fabulous concert that's going to be going live with the press conference in just a bit. But for now, we got you loaded with the Vault also in studio, on our location studio. We got with me,
DJ Mal G on the ones and twos.
Yes, man, exciting times. In just a few, or hopefully in a few minutes or hours, we're going to be having Fabulous live here on the spot with us. We also have guests who are coming in, massive amount of guests. But for now, today, we do have Bantu Slim, who's going to be coming in just a little bit. Guys, let's interact, let's listen, and let's, of course, celebrate 50 years of hip-hop. What does 50 years of hip-hop mean to you, Malji?
50 years of hip hop. Just good vibes, nice music, and acknowledging that there was good vibes, good music, and the rappers there. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, like you've been playing a good list of hip-hop and
Hip-hop,
R&B
yeah,
this
yeah,
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be absolutely amazing. Remember, tomorrow, we're also going to be having the block party right here.
Oh, right here at Sk8city.
Yes.
Nice.
And it's going to be a whole lot of MCs are going to be coming onto the stage. There's going to be breakdancing. There's going to be beatboxing. There's just going to be all the 5 elements of hip-hop being represented in this place. Man, it's going to be massive. And of course, for those who have bought their season tickets, they're going to be able to skate with Fabulous. How cool is that?
That's so cool, yeah?
Like, I can imagine this skate rink is so huge, and then you just be over there just skating and moving around with Fabulous. Man, you guys, if you haven't copped your tickets, you need to cop them now on mook.com. And of course, it's all courtesy of our partners, Uncut Africa. So guys, we get back into the music just a little bit, and when we come back, we get into it with our guest, Bantu Slim. He gave us a whole bunch of music that he loves to listen to. But for now, just keep it right here. We'll be back after this.
Mal G, the DJ.
Come on, do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you.
You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the you be wildin' for? Come on, I get my grin on. I'm smiling, bitch, cause I always get my win on. I've been on so many different stages. Graced the cover of 100 magazine pages. Made people smile everywhere that I went. I even put it on the first black president. It's evident I'm hot as a crock pot, with a big ass smile like Mr. Hot Spot. You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the you be wildin' for? If you're breathing, you achieving. We having fun this evening, believe it.
I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now.
Put your middle fingers up in the air and show a hater you don't even much care. We finna get another bag this year. My ex, you can have that there. Hey, this year, bad vibes get cut off. More trips, new chicks with no draws. More drinks, more smoking, more cars. More shows with Duval and Snoop Dogg. Look, I ain't tryna throw no shade, cause I can't see them in my lane. As long as my rent getting paid, I can care less with a big thing, huh? You in the club every night with no job, eating good off your food stamp card. You made a killing last year off fraud. If you know you ain't going to work tomorrow,
I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best. Come on, do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. Do it, baby, take it, baby. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now.
You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the you be wildin' for? Come on, I get my grin on. I'm smiling, bitch, cause I always get my win on. I've been on so many different stages. Graced the cover of 100 magazine pages. Made people smile everywhere that I went. I even put it on the first black president. It's evident I'm hot as a crock pot, with a big ass smile like Mr. Hot Spot. You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the f you be wildin' for? If you're breathing, you achieving. We having fun this evening, believe it.
I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now.
Put your middle fingers up in the air and show a hater you don't even much care. We finna get another bag this year. My ex, you can have that there. Hey, this year, bad vibes get cut off. More trips, new chicks with no draws. More drinks, more smoking, more cars. More shows with Duval and Snoop Dogg. Look, I ain't tryna throw no shade, cause I can't see them in my lane. As long as my rent getting paid, I can care less with a big thing, huh? You in the club every night with no job, eating good off your food stamp card. You made a killing last year off fraud. If you know you ain't going to work tomorrow,
I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now. I'm living my best life. Ain't going back and forth with you now.
You got a lot to be smiling for. So what the f you be wildin' for? If you're breathing, you achieving. We having fun this evening, believe it.
What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. I'll get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. You a roughneck, I'm a cutthroat. You a tough guy. That's enough jokes. Then the sun died. The night is young though. The diamond still shine. In the rough. What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, where the ones go? It's a show. Put you front row. Talking bro, let your tongue show. Money over and above. That is still my favorite love quote. Put the gun aside. What the for? I sleep with the gun. And she don't snow. What the yo? Where the love go? Trade the ski mask for the muzzle. It's a bloodbath. Where the suns go? It's the Swiss beat. That the drums go. If she's iffy, that the drugs go. If she's simple, double cup toast. I got a duffel full of hundos. That the love go. Where's the uproar? What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. Get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. I come out the scuffle without a scuffle. Puff, puff, bro. I don't huff, though. Yellow diamonds up close, catch a sunstroke. At your front door, with a gun store. Knock, knock, who's there's how it won't go. Just the jungle, so have the utmost for the nutsos. And we nutso. What the f, bro? That's where I'm from, bro. We grow up fast, we roll up slow. We throw up gang signs, she throw up dope. Dread life, hang time like you don't know. Put the green in the bag like a lawnmower. Hair trigger, pull back like a cornrow. Extra clip in a stash like a console. Listening to Bono, you listen to Darno. What the f, bro? Where the love go? Swizzy, he the chef, I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro, there the skunks go. I see the shovel, but where did bro go? To the unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborns. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a drug lord. It's empty when I give it back, now where's the uproar? What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. What the f though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the f though. I don't bluff, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo.
dog, I'm well established. I just wanna ask if you might wanna give me your name, explain your status. You know I see you time to time, you seem available. Don't mean I know these wanna settle you. Gotta say you on my short list of few. The mother dudes is okay, but I'm you in the best way. What you gonna do about it? Why don't you just test me? You won't wanna do without it. No, I'm coming at you hard, eating the thug, and I ain't giving up till I get that gangster love. Always my tight, hair done, outfit crazy, skirts fit just right. White beater with a banging tan, walking, demanding all lies. Baby, here I am, ain't ashamed of my frame, and I know you're watching. Putting on a show for you, popping, I ain't stopping. Lot of action in your corner, yeah, you doing it too. Only thing to make it better though is me with you. And I know you feeling that regardless of your frontin'. And I heard through the streets it was me you wantin'. Let me find out you shy something, but I know you're not. So stop the games and approaches, you really not. Now it's in place. Shouldn't have took you so long in the first place. I'm just playing cutie. Yeah, give me your call. No, it's cool. You ain't gotta see me to my car. I'm a big girl, but you'll find out. Stuck for me while I drop top and ride out. We'll spin it. Wanna know what shorty all about? But it's cool. I'm drooling and these words is coming out my mouth.
It's that gangsta loving that just got me bugging. It's that gangsta loving that just got me bugging.
Bringing out everything he's got on the decks. He's just bling out his heart onto the decks, Yanni. Woo! What a mix. Malji RG. Big shout out to of course Malji and the entire team that's putting this together. We are live on location as we wait for Fabulous to go live in concert right here at Sk8city. Guys, you still got time to cop your season tickets at 3,000 shillings. So you get to be here today and of course tomorrow. And tomorrow before Fabulous leaves, you get to skate with him. How cool is that? That is crazy. Who thought you'd be over here just moving around recklessly with with Fabulous one day in your life? And that is very possible. So get your tickets on MOOC at 3,000 shillings only. Man, we're celebrating 50 years of hip-hop right here at Sk8city. What better way to do it, man? This is the first time a show has ever been held in a skating rink, okay?
Oh yeah.
In Kenya.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing to be celebrating 50 years of hip-hop in just a new setting. You know, we've grown up watching these things on TV. For those who have not gone Maju, they've been watching it with Faith Evans.
What TV?
What TV. Watching people going hard in Atlanta, wherever else. and then now we get to experience it ourselves right here. And then also we'll be rocking to hip hop tomorrow. You coming for the block party, by the way?
Oh yes, a block party. That's a must.
It's
Come
a
to
must.
show.
Hey.
Come to show.
All the
Great.
MCs will be representing.
All
by
the
the way.
MCs will be representing. All the elements will be there. You know, you can't have substance without elements. All the elements will be in effect.
Word.
We're not just talking MCs. Hip hop is not just MCs.
Yes. Preach. Hey, where?
Amen.
That one I felt. So even we've got straight into it, please, I gotta introduce the iconic, the one and only, the MC, Bantu S.l.i.m. Thank you so much for being in studio here with us.
You're most welcome, and thank you for having me on your show.
Of course, once again.
Oh yes, it's an honor. It's indeed an honor. Thank you.
And I think you're one of the best representations of hip hop in this country because you're both underground. You're still also doing your mainstream with your events. Like you have managed to see it all through. Your hoodie is just the bomb. You're leaving it here with me before you go. That one is given. I love it. You are a true representation.
Thank you.
For those who don't know you, where did your journey start?
Well, my journey started a long time ago. Maybe some of your viewers were not even born.
Oof.
But yeah,
stop showing our ages.
It started in the spark of the idea to get into hip hop. Started in 1999. So from 1999, I more or less gathered the courage to do something about it because at that time I was in campus. Actually, the group that inspired me was Mau Camp.
Right.
Yeah, Mau
it was
Camp
huge growing up.
and K-South Flavor.
Mm.
Because there's a time when I was in high school, they came to our school to perform. And I was like really moved by the elements and the lyricism. But I'd say the initial passion for hip hop came from an American group called Gangsta. There's a song called You Know My Steez.
Right.
Immediately I heard that song, I knew I have to do something about this, like I have to be part of this culture, part of this movement. So it sort of, built in me. And when I started to see what, Mau Camp was doing and what K-South was doing and what a lot of other cats I got to, interact with later on were doing, then I started participating, I did, I started with the F2. I did like maybe one Sunday. After that, I got into rap battles.
In fact, let's start at F2.
Yes.
Was it F2 or F1? F2.
It was
F2.
It was F2. I think.
F2.
Yeah.
So, first of all, you getting onto that stage.
Yeah.
It wasn't the easiest during that time. Guys used to fight hard.
Yeah.
To be able to even just showcase themselves.
Yeah.
So that must have been monumental for you. For those who are born right now.
Yep.
As in that was when you were fighting to be seen, fighting to be heard.
Yeah.
Because people were just getting on radio just like that.
Yeah.
Now it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
There are many more radio stations.
Yeah.
And you're able to get an audience even on a podcast.
Yeah.
But back then, even just getting your CD in front of even a DJ used to be hard. How did you manage to even get yourself into that space where there were heavyweights? I don't know if that time there were still heavyweights like Akina Keishaka doing their thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How did you manage to get in that space as a young guy?
Well, I actually didn't, right?
Mm.
You see, the thing is, you need to understand, I started by failure, right?
Right.
I think my first experience was a nasty experience.
Oh.
I was beaten and robbed.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And then I ended up chasing the robbers. And it was crazy. So there's...
Where was this?
The streets.
I'm so
I think
sorry.
around Gill House or something.
Oh, wow.
I chased them and, it was so funny because, those days I used to be so skinny. Like, I was this scrawny kid,
Right.
So I was jacked. And then, I chased the attackers,
Wow.
So these guys actually were looking back at me and they're like, is this guy,
nuts?
Is this guy nuts? What's wrong with him? Until I got like two other people in the street to like support me.
Yeah.
So they took me, down to wherever they were going. And, that was that. But I was like, I'm not gonna quit because
Yeah.
I think people think, because I'm coming from this like situation where people had perceived me as this, this soft character that can't make it to the next level. I said I'm gonna prove them wrong.
Right.
So I got into battle rap, and in 2003, I got into rap and vibe. There's one actually I almost won, and that's the one that the late Chris Kantai won. So that was
Alright.
yeah.
Right, that must have been huge.
Yeah, rap and vibe at ABC Kengeles.
Right.
It was organized by Buddha Blaze, I think back in the day. Then after that, I kind of built a buzz. Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse.
Yeah, sorry. Then the music has gone up.
Yeah, and
we're still in the live situation.
The music and my voice.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
So, so I got into battle rap and I got a lot of recognition, in the battle rap circles. I started working on an album. So, when I worked on my first album, it was called MIA The Genesis.
Right.
MIA The Genesis was a totally new concept in Kenya. Like, I was a big fan of horror movies then. I think I was a disturbed kid,
Yeah.
So I was really into horror.
Yeah.
So my first album was actually what you call a horrorcore album, right? So I had a lot of very, very dark themes in the album.
But as teenagers growing up, of course, that's the space we get into.
Exactly. So like I got into horrorcore.
Right.
And I did this album. And the producers I was working with, I think they thought I might be, twisted and, insane and that kind of thing. So
right.
they just told me, the hard disk, they gave me many stories.
Right. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I managed to salvage one track.
Hard disk got corrupted.
It got corrupted. I salvaged one track that I
Right.
recorded in a studio in Ayani called, it was Underdog Productions. That's
was
Babs on the track. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, so I salvaged that track.
Yeah.
Then I started working on my second album.
Mm.
So I worked on second album with my crew back at home, and basically it took a while. From
Right.
the first, I think the first project was around 2003, 2004. I released my second project, which actually officially came out. So it's like my sophomore project.
Right.
That's Return of the Band.
Yeah.
So Return of the Band, actually some of the tracks we released prior to that via a street mixtape.
Mm.
The street mixtape was called Hadithism Ta,
Right.
Volume 1.
Mm.
It was by a group called s.l.i.m. So s.l.i.m put out the album, the mixtape,
Right.
to critical success in the sense that it was selling madly in the streets.
Nice.
So people started to get to know who, Bantu Slim is and everything. And I think that's what helped to, to also solidify my name, like on the street level.
Right.
And in 2011, I released Return of the Band.
Mm.
So Return of the Band, I managed in a span of 1.5 years to sell a number of copies.
Right.
I don't want to disclose the number of copies. It's not relevant.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
But I get you.
Yeah, it's not relevant.
Yeah.
So in 2011, I released Return of the Band.
Mm.
So Return of the Band actually got me recognized in Stanford University Library.
Oh, wow.
They actually had, if you go to Stanford University Library Research Works, they have Return of the Band as one of the works that they studied in Kenya in that year.
Oh, wow.
So I think that was a big thing because if
course.
intellectuals are listening to you,
Yeah.
you're doing something good, So for me, I think that was really powerful. So what happened is I then got actually before 2011, I participated in H2O Freestyle Fridays at KTN by Homeboys.
Right.
And I won a couple of weeks as well, the battles. Of course, now that helped to also like build my name, so people got to know who, you know, Bantu Slim is and everything. Well, the people that matter, you know, sometimes I'm not a famous rapper, but you know, like the people who know who I am, you know, they appreciated what I.
You are famous. You're quite famous, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, so so 2011 I did Return of the Band.
Right.
Then fast forward to 2012. 2012 I worked with the late Sniper SP, Giganji.
Yeah.
Giganji worked on a project of mine called Bankai, right? Bankai was based on an anime, a famous anime called Bleach, Japanese anime.
I remember Bleach.
So Bankai also did pretty well. Like the reception was good. It actually got me played on radio stations. There was the Cypher, Capital FM, and other stations as well were playing my music.
I remember that album.
Yeah.
So we'll take a short break over there.
Yeah, sorry?
We'll take a short break over there.
No problem.
Continue on.
The volume, yeah.
So we'll be getting back to Malji. If you have any questions for Bantu Slim, be sure to hit us up in the comment section on YouTube. This is The Vaults.
We gotta bring him in for justice. Is that what we're gonna do? Your way's bullshit, Red. It doesn't work. I need him gone. It's gotta be permanent. It's gotta be finished. I understand.
First they will despise you till they recognize you. Hard work will define you. Show them what's inside you. First they will despise what's inside you. The messenger.
Recognition. Never see the demise of your ambition. Recognition. It's hard work on your mission. Recognition. Never see the demise of your ambition. Recognition. Play your position. Recognition. Never see the demise of your ambition. Recognition. Hard work on your mission. Recognition. Never see the demise of your ambition. Recognition. Yo, play your position. I'm not with the fame, no. I don't wanna be a drug addict. The last thing I wanna do is blow. Recognition. It's hard work on your mission. Recognition. Never see the demise of your ambition. Recognition. Play your position.
He owned a couple acres, a couple fake visas, cause he never got his papers. Gave up on love with them heartbreakers, but he was getting money with the movers and the shakers. He was mixed with a couple things, bought like a couple rings, bricks in a condo and grams to sing. Left arm, baby mother tatted, north when they ratted. Anyway, I felt them, helped them, put them on lock, seat belt them, took them out Belgium, welcome. This pretty, that's seldom. This box better than the box he was held in. I'm Mama D in that outer. I call him Tabby like Doubters. He like it when I get drunk, but I like it when he be sober. That's top of the top, but I never fuck with beginners. I let him play with my pussy, then lick it out of his fingers. I'm in the zone. Let's say high school, me and my crew, we can slide through. And you want, baby, it is yours. Anywhere, everywhere, baby, it's yours. Alright. Red home and one on the side. Best friend is a duck. They fucked around a few times, her and her mama alike. With some money, she tell me make me a wife.
Hear me though, come and feel me. Flow, never mixing with tricking brothers, bitching over fixes that ain't fitting.
to be hitting for nothing, spitting things and spitting and getting written on. You're like a bad platter, boy, you're pissing me off. Boy, you even started, so what, so long, see you fly by my drive. How else could I say it when you play it? Try boom, bye, bye, bye. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Pro, poetical, with skills only a better, no better, no way for where the flow is on point like decimals, manhandling new crews, partying with the zoo crew, looking for the peak and poo-poos. I thought you knew two stone styles of stamina, jamming, and while we planning the jam, we bust with a party amateur damages, managing, damaging mice, men, and even mannequins. You're a fan again, now I wanna know who's the man again. Naughty's back like vertebrae, word to hey I ho, the way I show you pray I flow. Steady breaking to the boogie, so bang time to slang bang and watch all the boo tag tags tag. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Playing K, you break the body of a beat, the break into boogie. Firm and fully chase bass lines like bullies. All we wanna know is if your body wanna party. It's the boot tang tang for everybody. So hip up and split up, get up, your wit up, souped up, put your dukes up, no guts set up, but sit up, flip up, watch us rip up, shake shows until they fizz up like you're with us. If not, zip up your lip up, whip up. Hits with ransom, foul styles get in once. We came back cause we heard hip hop needed another anthem, black like Noah. In fact, then for ya, and we was back in the days with the distance we'd have been known as the flowers. Revenue since the 70s, find me. So we went crazy in the 80s, so we woke his heinies in the 90s. Oops, the naughties, troops in sections of 40. So clap your hands and hold your shorty, I'm naughty. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now, holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now.
Kaini bambi, sin tukipiga tunaiwacha maridadi.
Yo, wanatuita mabani, kwani tumeshikwa tukachiliwa mara ngapi?
Rada ni chafu na sisafishi, hii budget itoshi ukikuja kwangu na feature dish.
Mal G the DJ.
Kaini bambi, sin tukipiga tunaiwacha maridadi.
Yo, wanatuita mabani, kwani tumeshikwa tukachiliwa mara ngapi?
Rada ni chafu na sisafishi, hii budget itoshi ukikuja kwangu na feature dish.
Rende ni chafu achachisha nini, mimi ndrache mtu wangu na sababu ni staki rafiki.
Underground still superstar, how nafanya mpaka marapa wanashtuka style zao. Niko full mzuka, neza fungua duka side zao. Vile mi usuka, mi ndio sultan, you can find out.
In maji mod, sufuria ya pili. Si tulipoa kikombe, kitu nyi mlipoa ni pena mbili. Yo, today na sim sensi bila sim sima. Tuko east na tunashikisha ati kushinda Meru mzima. La 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 Rongrende. Yo There's a jungle out there na mindo monkey king. Top of the top of killer list, checki marking scheme. Na cheka jumacho zangu zicheki micro things. Sijeka katatu na ugopa kurun out of skin. Move up for extra cheese, ndo nipatie pedi pie. Mistari zile fresh na Rongrende, misi ule mbast. Studio kit is very fine, wacha ni verify. Changa kwa jerrycan nikitangazia America. Very fast nilikuwa ramafala kundirail. Mi vacation CBD, nye ndeni ole sereni. Yani ile guas, yani mithili electric train. I took a step yet again, unene mi terrain. Mube bastokia mwezi yote, wezi pata na plug kando shokte. Vele indunda, ikabaki ni rokote. Jusuki wakisha kama Catholic Church kando sisi tuko on, tuko high. Twende heaven kama monk, hawanoni na wako lunch 247 kama Tom. Nina line felt yona kaka planta panga bomb. Tunazidu both wakole kwa kiko kilo waka losi. Ona naso lugu zetu ni kwa sabu mawen. Ambia Arsenal, tuliachia Abu Mayen. Sababu wa Swale, I'd rather die or in exile niende away.
Tuko mavitu poleni, uliza maswali tuna majibu ready, na kila mahali ni kuharibu zoeni, bongo kiwa mbali kwa karibu komeni, na give thanks kila siku ombeni, ni fitness juu ya instu zoezi, na kwa maheta bado bifu ndogeli, waga ninatesa kauna issue bongeni. Ain't nobody that can do shit like me, best in the game and they shoot fit nicely. You dissed my name, I took it lightly. Missy kama nyinyi snaga chuki na life G. Nataka shambo kona nyuki na wife, lakini bado nandamwa na magrupi Hawaii.
This is your vault. This is the vault. This is the vault with the girl man Maloba, the African queen. Yes. We got Mal G on the ones and twos representing for everything hip hop today. A great way to be ushering in 50 years of hip hop. Our way, the Kenya way, the 254 way. Of course, we've got the one and only Bantu S.l.i.m.
Thank you.
Man, of course, you're hailed as one of the biggest personalities in the underground, the greatest MCs in the underground. Or do you define yourself as an underground artist?
I think, music is expression.
Right.
Just the same way wildlife exists in different forms, different states, and in different habitats.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
So you can't really call an underground MC underground.
Right.
He's just an MC who is not mainstream.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yes, we need to clarify that.
Yes.
You see, because we have so many talented artists in Kenya who don't have the voice, maybe even the platform, the way I have come here to express myself to you.
Right.
And I know maybe they are watching wherever they are.
Right.
They don't have that chance to come here. But it doesn't mean that their quality of work is different. Maybe they don't have access to state-of-the-art equipment and, fancy production.
Right.
But they are dope hip-hop acts. I think that's the misconception that has always been there.
100%.
Yeah. So shout out to all the artists who are doing what they need to do and they are passionate about what they are doing.
But what do you say about the MCs and the artists who actually describe themselves as underground artists? I think you've ever heard that a lot of times.
Yeah.
Whenever you ask somebody, what are you? What do you do? Yeah, I'm an underground artist. Like, for those who describe themselves, what do you think about that? Because there are people who take pride in that.
Oh yes, it's something to be proud about, because if you, provided you're connecting with your fan base, it doesn't matter where you're connecting with it. Some artists get into music because they have, so many problems that music can solve. You understand?
Right.
So they get into the public sphere. You understand? But there are artists who curate art for art's sake. And there may be those artists who want to get to that level. But right now they are still at the bottom.
Right.
So you categorize all those artists that have not gotten that limelight as underground artists.
Okay.
There are some who are proud of that because their fans are not maybe fans who would be checking out radio, TV or that kind of thing. It's a reality that's there.
Yeah.
A lot of my fans are people who, they're not really, keen on media and that kind of thing.
Right.
Which is a very funny thing because you see, like, for example, I connect with artists that a lot of people may not connect with.
Right.
I connect with fans as well who people may not connect with. But it's because sometimes as an underground artist, you are allowed to experiment. So you see, for me, I go beyond the frontiers of maybe what is accepted in conventional media.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why you find artists saying they are proud of being underground artists.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of artists, we do have a guest right behind you. I have King Kanja, who's going to be performing later on today. If we can have him come up to the microphone.
King Kanja.
Absolutely love this moment, man. Absolutely love this moment. It's going down. Two greats in hip hop, especially representing for the 254. Thank you so much for being here, King Kanja. Of course, you're gonna be there later on stage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How momentous is this actually? First of all, you've just been you're in the country, and then you're just getting into this concert. Like, how momentous is this? How crazy is this?
It's just epic, man.
Yeah.
Life can be epic. You just got to be ready.
Right.
And King Kanja always ready.
Always stays ready.
It's exciting, man. Fab, I used to listen to him in high school,
Right.
on the school bus.
Right.
Listening to the mixtapes, So he's been a part of the culture, but we have mutual friends in the music industry out there in New York, so it's all love. We haven't actually like connected, but you know we're gonna connect today.
Today,
it's gonna be an
yeah.
epic show. You know I'm gonna bring the energy on stage. You
Yeah.
already know it's a Zoovie tonight.
All right.
You know, a whole lot of crazy things going on behind the scenes.
Man, and we can't wait. We can't wait.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, now representing for the 254. And first of all, you're global. Let's even just start there. And you're sharing a stage with somebody who's never been here before. What are you going to show him? A little bit of, you know, who we are, what we do.
Show him a little Kikuyu and a little Kachumbari and a little hip hop, a little everything. Just a mixture of everything. You know, Afro sound, but it's all hip hop. I started off as a rapper, so it's only right. You know, we celebrate 50 years of hip hop.
Right.
Boom. Yeah.
And first of all, I love the way you've come into the country and you've gotten onto collabs with amazing artists like Butros. One of your songs is hitting the charts right now. Many artists usually shy away from collabs, especially when they're trying to establish themselves. How did you manage to just go out and just pick up the artists and say, let's do this?
Honestly, it just happens naturally. Like, we have mutual friends. They're like, you guys should cross paths. He's killing it over here. You killing it over there. Let's collab, you know, and we rise but uplifting each other. And Butros is a good guy, great heart, amazing performer, and we have fun together. So we have fun making that song, fun shooting the video. You know, you never know, he might come out tonight.
It actually looked like a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching that video. It was so top. What do you have to bring for us tonight? What are we seeing from King Kanja on this massive stage?
I guess you guys gonna have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
It's gonna be a movie though. It's gonna be dope. You know, if you've seen my shows, I bring an energy. I study the crowd. I study the environment, and then you know you got to know how to attack the stage. You know, as a performer.
Right.
You know, we make music in the studio, and then we got to hit the stage. So you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Lastly, I know a lot of people have seen you with Rick Ross. You really recently did a campaign that featured Lil Wayne and so many other big artists.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be carrying that flag? I love the fact that you're wearing the bracelet and everything. How does it feel to be carrying that flag on such a big platform?
I mean, I think the key is to staying hungry, like never getting complacent and never forgetting where it started from. And you never really look back unless you're looking back to see how far you're going. So for me, it's really just, I appreciate it, but I'm still not done yet, you know? And that's the key. Like, while everybody's enjoying this moment, you're already going for the next moment.
Right.
So you never look back unless you're looking to see, like, oh, yo, I did that.
Right.
You know, but it's love. And you also, as an artist, have to appreciate yourself and appreciate your accomplishments. Because a lot of artists, you know, you'll tell them, yo, great show. They'll be like, nah, you know. You have to know you had a great show. You have to know you have a great song. And it's, you know. And shout out my new label. You know, I have my own label, King Kanja Empire, but I'm working with Happy Jack Records in New York.
Wow.
And this new record label, it's aiming to cater to the mental health of artists.
Right.
You know?
Oh, wow.
That's something that's never considered. So, you know, it's
100%.
important to validate yourself and to be validated. So, you know, hip-hop is a form of expression. So that's where it starts.
Love it.
Yeah.
Now, lastly, 50 years of hip-hop. What does it mean to you? And of course, being in the country, doing it at this particular time.
Man, hip hop is just I can't even begin where it started for me. Like, I remember my first album I ever listened to. I was in London because I was born in London with my big cousin, and I heard Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. That was my introduction to hip hop.
Right.
And it went from there. You know what I mean? But I started.
What an introduction!
What? Imagine when that album came out. That's what I was listening to. I'm like,
wow.
And I was like, I could not let my mom and dad know I was listening to that.
Right.
They were very on explicit music at that time.
Right.
But man, that album had an impact on me, especially the skits. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Interesting. I love that. That's really interesting. But yes, Doggy Style was your thing. And then now, what else made it?
I mean, the album. You said.
I'm so sorry I said that.
You said Doggy Style your thing, but you forgot to say the Snoop Dogg album. You know, we can't be exposing such stuff over here on Icon Radio.
I'm so sorry. The album.
I'm like, hey, she over here. Iconic statement. You feel me?
I didn't even hear myself saying that. Okay.
She said doggy style is your thing.
Right. Doggy style, my album. I'm so sorry. Okay.
No, it's all
we'll need to
good.
delete that later.
No.
But yeah.
Keep that on wax. That's some hip hop.
Oh my
shit
god,
right
that is
there.
hilarious. But yes, your foundations began on the album Doggy Style. The skits were something else, though.
What were they?
Yeah, the 90s, the skits, all of them were just, on another level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now from there, you decided hip hop was your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And have you been able to influence others within your sphere with the work? As in, like, of course, like even for me growing up, I was influenced by others. Were you able to do that other than listening to Doggy Style?
The Wu-Tang.
Yes.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
Wu-Tang forever.
Forever.
What? That was a movement. I don't know if you guys saw the TV series on Hulu. Man, the story,
right?
Behind the story,
right?
I love that. It's one thing about when you do hip hop as an individual, but when you do it as a group, that energy, that back and forth, having that camaraderie on stage. So
right.
For me, that's what I feel hip hop is, unity. So
right.
We celebrating 50 years of hip hop. It's
right.
going down.
And what was momentous for you now with the Kenyan scene? Because K-Shak is about to get the Lifetime Achievement Award at Uncut Hip Hop Awards. Who stood out for you within the Kenyan scene, at least, growing up?
Growing up, I was listening to the Longombas.
Nice.
Nameless.
Nice.
Of course, Bamboo and the Boss were very influential in the beginning of Kenyan hip hop.
Yeah.
The whole K-South movement.
Right.
There's a big shout out to Akali. When I was 16,
right.
He put me on my first record, that Mao mixtape.
Right.
Those who know, shout out Buddha Blaze. He's the one who really introduced me to the Kenyan hip hop scene.
Right.
One of my first collaborations was with Ju Akali. So big shout outs to Big Homie.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is in the future for King Kanja? What should we look out for?
Oh, Platinum Records.
Hey.
Platinum Records.
Yes.
Stadium concerts.
Nice.
I'm gonna speak on it. And some more kids. I got one right now. You're looking
love it. Love it.
Hip hop is about birth.
Yes.
Birth of hip hop.
Yeah.
Birth of new children.
Birth of new children. So much to take away from this interview. Thank you so much.
Oh, we know what you said earlier. That goes with what I said just now. Hey.
Exactly. Got you.
Icon Radio.
Icon Radio. Man, thank you so much, King Kanja. Yeah. It's been amazing having you here. Yeah. We're looking forward to what you're going to be doing on stage.
Yep. I hope you're front and center.
100%.
Okay.
The people had to stop me.
I could dig that. I could dig it. I dig it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Hi, my brother.
Yes, it was. Let's keep that tape rolling.
That was powerful, man. That was powerful.
Love it.
Hey, big up to King Kanja.
Yes.
That was powerful.
Yeah, that is a moment right there, but man.
Yes. Like Wu-Tang Clan, again, like he said, I think Wu-Tang has influenced so many different artists.
Right.
Like for me, Wu-Tang, I think they are projects, and Jesus the Genius, actually Jesus the Genius is, I'd say, he's always been one of my top 5 MCs of all time.
Right.
Because Jesus the Genius is the kind of rapper who will rap a very simplistic flow. He doesn't need to curse a lot. But you listen to that music 2 months later, you will get something that he said.
Right.
Listen to it 1 year later, you will get something else he said. You understand?
Right.
That is the true definition of a lyricist.
Right.
Like, Lupe Fiasco is doing it. Like, okay, Lupe is... newer generation cat, but he's really, more or less.
He stepped up and he did his thing, man.
Stepping it up big time. He's even integrating AI, which everybody is, going crazy about. He's integrated it into the sphere of hip hop.
Right.
And he's taking risks. He's lecturing in universities. You understand? Like hip hop for me. Is a powerful tool for education. You understand?
That's right, because even
Yeah.
Jay-Z got like memberships like filled out when his book was released at
the museum. Yeah,
at the museum.
Yeah.
At the library.
Yeah.
And the walls were filled with his lyrics. Like that was just unprecedented.
Oh yes.
In hip hop.
Yeah.
Like hip hop has seen a growth in ways people have never really thought it would go to.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was for hoodlums.
Yeah.
For thugs.
Yeah.
And that it was something that couldn't really resonate with people just because
Yeah.
of that aspect.
Yeah.
But people like Tupac preached on it and said, no, you need to understand these are messages.
Yeah.
People like Biggie, people like Jay-Z, all of them, people like
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You're in Stanford, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Like, as in, it.
Yeah, I got shocked.
Yeah.
You know, actually, someone called me and sent me a link to Stanford University
Wow.
library, and there was my second album.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was powerful. But you know what I can say is, in Kenya, I think there's a misconception. You know, I've been in the underground for so many years, and I can tell you for a fact, there are so many dope artists who don't have a platform.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like, I have a group which I helped back in the days.
Yeah.
Called Hustlers from Kibera.
Yeah.
And if they're listening, I mean, you guys need to get back in the booth, do something. There are so many dope acts. Like, like Wakadinali, for example.
Right.
Wakadinali used to do, they had a show. I can't remember if it was called the Jamboree or something, where they'd like get a lot of like Island's acts to come together and do shows. That was powerful,
Right.
So many different people were doing powerful things for hip hop.
Right.
And there was hip hop, I think even there was an event by Smalls Little.
Yeah.
A hookup event.
Right.
Buddha Blaze, by the shout out to Buddha Blaze wherever he is, because he has created platforms for a lot of a lot of the local hip hop acts.
Yeah, love him or hate him, you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him.
Right.
Look at Kalamashaka. We are celebrating Kalamashaka tomorrow.
Yeah.
At the Mist.
Right.
Kalamashaka, like I said, my personal experience with Kalamashaka, and I even told Kama the day I met him, I told him, you're one of the reasons why we started picking up the mic and rapping,
Nice.
I'd say it's powerful. And the thing about commercial rap, and that's what I want to just get it out there. I have nothing against commercial rap. I think it just shows the power of hip hop.
Right.
It shows that it can propel you to do something that can give you commercial gain.
Right.
Now the problem we have is maybe the themes that we are pushing are not necessarily explicit or this or the other, because art is art in one form or another.
Yeah.
It's just the monotony that is the problem. You understand? Because you see, we cannot shy away from real life and say some of these things don't happen.
Actually, monotony and replication.
Yes.
Constant.
Oh yes, constant replication.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I'd say about the modern hip hop now, I think modern hip hop is dope stylistically.
Right.
But there's a problem when everyone sounds the same. You understand? Like everybody's just trying to sound the same.
Right.
Well, to a modern ear, it's not what we think, because maybe we are older ears, but for us, we hear the same kind of patterns, being replicated. But there are a lot of dope artists that are doing different things,
100%.
Like he mentioned Boutros, but I wouldn't just say Boutros. There's, I think, 8 family.
Yeah.
They have like a group.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're doing, they have rap.
Yeah, they have dopamine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they have what they are doing. We have artists like Tafu, The Truth, there's Bode, there's Monaja, Manjono.
Yeah.
They're all these dope artists. There's Checkmate, Bembedo Mido. I think I don't know if he'll be representing here tomorrow. But he'll be representing on today.
Yeah.
I know he has an event today.
Right.
And he has another event on Saturday.
Right.
So, those kinds of things are the ones that inspired me. And when I sat down and, after I've done a number of projects up until 2019, the end of 2019, I did an album called The Banisher. After that, I decided...
That's the album I have, The Banisher.
The Banisher.
Yes.
The Banisher, yes. So, after that, I decided to get together with other elements so that we can create a bigger movement that can push hip-hop to the fore.
Now I need to put a pin on that one.
No problem.
We take a small break because that is a conversation in itself, because it's monumentous in its own self. So let's take a break with Mal G, and when we come back we'll be talking exactly about you. He'll introduce it himself, because I really love the concept. I really love the idea, and of course we'll get more into it after this. If you do have any questions for Bantu Slim, be sure to hit us up. We'll also be having more guest appearances coming in later on today. Just hip-hop greatness all this afternoon right here on Icon Radio, #1 entertainment plug.
Ni wakati na kama wewe hujui ni wakati woka manda ndani ya zangu pati bona ndugu zangu wakijida round ndio sitaki haki nyuma tu usibaki kibia shule ujue kuhusu akina Samoa Tube meneni hawakufanya nayo kazi ya bure ni mashujaa wajeni kuzu pato ile sambamba na wanaojifanya kukuwe upe mtoke kwenye mataa chini kanata super powers brother wazazi kubali tuishi kama ashamba o beautiful flowers discover maua tofauti zikiwa pamoja ndio sawa lakini wamehakikisha kati ya weze sakuna moja hebu ngoja nani player kwenye hii game nani tuta blame ezata tiny kim name 1840 umeingia na nia fake kurutem ni shame ni wakati wa Afrika yote kusimama ni wakati wetu sisi hapa mapijana ni wakati usiishi kama jana ni wakati siku za usoni kutazama ni wakati wa Afrika yote kusimama ni wakati wetu sisi hapa mapijana ni wakati usiishi kama jana ni wakati siku za usoni kutazama anajifanya ako next kwa MUNGU jina MZUNGU we ukicheki kwenye kamusi hiyo maanisha kitu deadly kitu safi mwenye ujuzi probably above kila kitu especially watu weusi mwafrika unajitusi ukijifanya sophisticated njaro za mgoso yule anajidai eti yende the most educated vitu haziko so complicated it's simple ana pretend anatuletea peace na raha the intent ni tumalizane ndio maana ye anatudis anatusupply na silaha ni juu yako wewe kutumia brain unataka kufight all in vain ama we uone light yue ugain tight ni chain zile ametufunga nazo kwa akili mental slavery kujifree twastahili pili mwafrika usijitusi hebu angalia huyo jamaa ako kwenye hiyo kio unaona nyeupe ama ni nyeusi ni wakati au si ni wakati wa Afrika yote kusimama ni wakati wetu sisi hapa mapijana ni wakati usiishi kama jana ni wakati siku za usoni kutazama ni wakati wa Afrika yote kusimama ni wakati wetu sisi hapa mapijana ni wakati usiishi kama jana ni wakati
Yo, this is how the West was won. Armado, true desperado. Rappers wanna be actors, so they play the Jesse J character and get their bones fractured. Got no guns, you off to the precinct. Inside, tough guys are feminine like Sk8city. But Christ's son still died, thrown off the building like the Fall Guy. Caved in a grave 'cause you didn't know how to behave, playing cowboy. Now you sleep with the slaves. Who's the desperado? Selling bottles in the alley, wearing a mask like Jim Carrey. With his gat cock sticking up the crack spot. Pace one guys with both eyes on the jackpot. Check the sound out, I'm from Beggars, eat cat chowder. Sundance Kid, it's your everyday first now. If you see him coming, you better start running like a terrorist. I guarantee you he'll be harming. Dynamite, dynamite, but I got the cash. Yo, let's skip town like Harlem Nights. Ole. Everyone wants to be a cowboy. Grab your gun, boys. Ole. When you ride by my side, who you live? We stay low. Anyone approach, keep the hands ringing. Keep the hands ringing. Say what? You better get up out of your chair. That's right. And work your body down. No time to fuck around, 'cause we gon'
on and get your groove on. It's the DRE, the spectacular. In a party, I go for your neck, so call me Blackula.
The hobby don't quit, that's rich shit, Yo, well on your mark and get set. Can't forget to go. In case you didn't know, the flow was fat like Joe. Yo, you nigga didn't know that I'm back, man. You whack, man. I eat a rapper like I'm Pac-Man. I figured you bring it straight from the cellar. Varela, packable hits the Lupinella. I swallow. Nigga in his eye, if you test me, you don't impress me. Your books kick the rest, G. One time for your mind. Hey yo, what up? The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. We's the roughest dream team. Reign supreme like a cutlass getting duckers. The dope, you can't touch the flow. It's me, the nigga with G, the B, double O, K, S. So say yes and bust your caliber when I pop shit and rock shit like Metallica. Sticks through the hearts of them snake fake niggas. Them all up in my face, jealous of my take niggas. So honey, shake your fingers and show me what you got. That's flex with the real hip hop. The hop you don't stop. That's flex with the real hip hop. The hop you don't quit. That's flex with the chain of rich shit. The hop you don't stop. That's flex with the real hip hop. The hop you don't quit.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Before I have to pull the strap out the cut,
give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two loped out G, so we crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me dig out a trick, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man, then at the same time burning her man. Now when she burning, I'ma chill for a minute, cause ain't no loving good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. Yeah. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to give off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got killed cause my people kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before. With a producer who can rap and control the maestro at the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick. You know and I know I throw some more funky shit to add to my collection. This selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do.
It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this.
And we ain't got no love for those.
So just chill to the next episode.
UK double F9 Philosophy study Kule my brother wetu justification Tukakamiti prison Positivity cheki Nasi creativity ndani ya poverty Tungeendelea kupoteza Masoja wetu kwa wizi na mada Na kadhalika ushasikia komedia Hip hop upendo kwa actor director Wadi cinema Poverty na him Hungry society Hip hop philosophy Wazimu sisi Tofama dharemeto Hawa tu elevi Sebi
All right, this is The Vault live at Sk8city, and of course, we're looking forward to the fabulous concert that's going to be happening later. Of course, we have a lot of hip hop greats already checking in. It's an exciting time, time to be alive, exciting time for hip hop, man. Just looking forward to it. Fabulous has also stepped into the building, so we're going to be finishing off with Bantu S.l.i.m. Could you just touch on now For My People?
Yes, basically For My People's 254. It's a small community with a few MCs and DJs.
Right.
So what we've done is we've come together to curate hip-hop events more or less on a weekly to monthly basis. But the end goal is not just to curate hip-hop.
Right.
We're also trying to spotlight local talent and hip-hop that wouldn't necessarily be heard in conventional methods.
Right.
So we are curating different types of events for different people. Now we are not only looking at hip hop, we are also going to look at other elements of the genre so that we bring everybody together.
Right.
And the whole thing is basically driven by passion. It was started by myself and the legendary DJ Ben.
Right.
And DJ Brayo.
Okay.
So we came together, and because we had a hip hop event last year at Alfajiri Grill, Kilimani, we more or less curated that idea from those experiences together.
That was huge. That was
Yes.
actually huge. So what's the future for my people?
Now, for my peoples, right now we are working on big things. Let me
Right.
put it that way.
Right.
Because there's we want to also bring in not only Kenyan hip hop. We are looking at African hip hop.
Nice.
And we are looking at hip hop worldwide.
Right.
So we are giving ourselves a few years.
Yeah.
You will see what we will come up with.
Love it, man.
Yes. And what I want to do is, and this is powerful, I want to just encourage anybody who's out there who's struggling, because I've been in this struggle. You can imagine from maybe 2002, let's say, all the way to now. I still rap. I'm still in ciphers. I'm still doing my thing. I represent. I do features in people's albums. You understand?
Right.
I never quit because it's part of me. You understand? Hip hop has to be part of you. You
Right.
don't allow negative voices to put you down if you have passion
Right.
and you have talent.
Yeah.
Just work at it, build it, because it's part of you. It will never depart from you.
Right.
If you let go of that passion or whatever it is you're doing, then you're letting go of a part of you. Thank you.
So with you, where can they find you?
Okay, I'll share my socials. Basically, it's Bantu Slim on Facebook. Now, Bantu Slim is BAN space number 2 space S.L.I.M.
Bantu to the Slim.
Bantu Slim, and it's an acronym. Nimetumia kizungu mingi lakini mtazoea yani. Unajua sasa niko platform Sasa hiyo bana niko media bana sana bana na kilami man crazy. So Bantu Slim is an acronym. It stands for evolution, from being a novice to sounding like I am the master. So that's the growth of progression of every artist. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm a small part of this hip hop wheel, but let's build. Join me. You find me on Bantu Slim on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter as well. BAN number 2 S.L.I.M, capital letters. That's Twitter. And then on Instagram, you can find me at BAN underscore number 2 underscore S.L.I.M.
Great.
So hizo sijui kama mtakumbuka yani, lakini kazi kwenyu my friends, kazi kwenyu. But 10 years from now you'll be looking for me. Mtakuwa mnanitafuta, lakini ni sawa, I'll be alone. The doors will always be open. They will always be open. Sawa. Yeah. Yeah. Blessed. Thank you.
50 years of
Yeah. 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 For MP. For MP.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going off into the press conference right now. Of course, stay here on Icon Radio, your number one statement line.
You don't know. It's gone. You don't know. It's gone. You don't know. It's gone. It's gone. You don't know. It's gone. It's gone. You don't know. 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 It's gone. You don't know.
It's gone. You don't know. You don't know. Seeing all these IDPs make the eyes speed high speed like ISPs. All in favor, let the eyes speak. Relocation MPs, PIMPs, MPs. After that, cheese MPs. After that, ease MPs. You have to now please us. Up till now, these are signs that next election will go Giza. Like the pyramid schemes. Your constituents invested their dreams, only for you to take from the bottom to make you kings, to make you kings, to make you kings. Don't know, they don't know, they don't know. It's gone. They don't know, they don't know. They don't know. It's gone. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. It's gone. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. Si lazima uze magari unaweza uza makaa, na si lazima white collar unaweza lishwa na sanaa. Wanataka kuwa mabola ka Michael J, lakini ni wavivu wanategemea wazazi. Juba Zenga aliimba.
Hey. First time. Yes. First time in Nairobi, yes, but I've been in Africa. South Africa, West Africa, pretty much almost everywhere but here. Yeah. It was cold. The greeting, love. It felt some like love when walking in the. As soon as I got off the plane, I was greeted really quick. So I didn't know, but it felt really good. Landing in, love felt good. No, not really. You know, being young from Brooklyn, New York, my family's Trinidadian, so I grew up in that culture. Just being a fan of hip hop and just music, period. It wasn't until I started traveling, me being from the inner cities in New York City, you just see what it is for there. It wasn't until I started traveling, seeing that music is really a universal language that it has such of an impact everywhere. So once I started traveling, I started seeing that hip hop was huge everywhere. Yeah. Me and Fab we're both from Brooklyn, almost like the same part. I'm from Crown Heights. He's from Bed-Stuy, and we hooked up because we were both into the same things. I was the young upcoming DJ that everybody knew, and we just locked in together. He heard about me. I already was a big fan of him already, and we had similar styles. We both into the same things, and it was just like a perfect match. This started, I would say, he was already doing his thing. He was already huge by then, and I would, yeah, yeah. He was. This was like after Cool, and then so I've been about with Fab maybe about almost 14 years now. Yeah, so yeah. Right. Man, that's man. I don't know. It's not easy because each mixtape had a purpose, had a meaning. I didn't know whatever mood you was in, that mixtape did it for that. So man, I'm competitive, so it might be there's no competition. Maybe that, but then sometimes if I'm driving out, maybe Soul Tape. Soul Tape, I think a lot of people would most agree with Soul Tape. I don't know, just you know, uh, Fab is just the guy, man. So it's a pleasure to be with him, working with him, and the brotherhood, and just I say every song, every song he dropped is. But for me, there's no competition in Soul Tape. Of course. You guys don't want to hear a set? Go. Yeah.
EP, Eric Parker. That's my initial. Everybody call me. I'm Fab's Rogan. Actually, it's my second year with him, but before that, I was his stage manager for like 13 years. With Fab. You, about four, three, four, yeah, three, four passwords. Feeling, he's happy. He's on stage, he's happy. He's happy, everybody's happy. It seems like that's like we did our job. That's it. Yeah.
No. You want to teach us?
The energy is there already. Nice to meet you people, man. See you, and I hope it's gonna be a nice thing. Very important. I'll bring my bangers out, and it's gonna be a party where we bring the bangers out.
Yeah, I can pretty much piggyback off of what they were saying, but and I'll get straight to it as far as 50 years of hip hop. For me, being a DJ, as an artist, um, we definitely have to protect hip hop, and as a DJ, and I'm just gonna speak for all the DJs, I a lot of people believe getting into hip hop is just it's a grab, it's a money bag thing, it's just, and yeah. So now it's become the new hustle instead of actually, the people who are actually talented, they're not being celebrated, and the ones who are popular, back in those today, I can speak for in New York, the people who are talented, you got to hear them on the radio. Now you don't hear them now. Now it's the people who's popular now. So I would like to see more hip hop, being celebrated more, and not the people who really deserve, who really fought, who really did their home, who knows music. I would like to see that more. Man, sampling's been going on for years. But if I feel like if you're gonna sample, you shouldn't take the whole sample. You should, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got to get back to more originality, being more creative, and but I like where hip hop is going right now, So to all the younger artists out there, make good music and have a purpose. always seem to give back to my community, especially New York City, being a young DJ and the impact that I've made. For almost my whole career, every other Saturday, I would give out sneakers to the less fortunate. And it's all over YouTube from when I was super young, until I ran out of sneakers of my own. And then it became me just helping the next line of DJs that look to get into the business, and that's just something that I was doing for a very young age, just, getting back. And I can speak for Fab on this because he also has a foundation, that whether it's giving away Thanksgiving meals, giving away clothes, it's art. So Fab is also very notable in that regard, giving back and helping the next generation of artists or anyone in need.
One obligation as an artist. Do you feel like that's something that's been said, or it does if you just want to make money? Sorry. You feel like yeah.
Me like working in arts, but just as people to work not to come to what music is that people respond to you. So feel like people are responding to you and showing you love.
So if I can talk about moral obligation, I'll be like, well, it depends on the day of the week. Like sometimes on a Saturday, you just came from a long week, you just want to turn out. I don't want to hear problems about all these movies, you know what I mean? So it's I guess it's up to you to find the balance. You find your Monday, represent. I would like to represent every day of the week. You know what I mean? Because the Monday, then when it comes to the weekend, okay, you want to relax, and I know okay, we'll have something to do, nice beat, some smooth, get a female vocalist or some bars, and they're like, yeah, I want these ones, you know what I mean? Give me a drink. So it depends with the balance. Yes.
What is the distinction between maybe a song that becomes popular and it goes beyond the bounds of hip-hop becomes and then it becomes popular? So what's the difference between a song that's like hip-hop, they play and make a rap song that is basically that, and then goes and is on the charts, right? What does it take to actually go beyond hip-hop and make popular music?
It depends. I mean, music is music. Music is like, you can't really limit it. There's people are different. Not everybody can be like one artist. Everyone you see here is different artists. Here, me as a vibe, as a DJ, he understands music. So I guess it depends on your preference. It depends on the audience preference, what you prefer, and then you find yourself like sticking to that side. But you can have a song about a topic, about something, and it's boring, and then you find another artist who's doing it in a different way. So it just depends on your preference or what you're trying to achieve.
And timing. You never know. Any one of you guys could come up with a catchy phrase, and it could be "I like TV," and for some weird reason that catchy phrase was funny, and it goes viral. Before you know, you got a record deal, and then you change you and your family's life. So there's no timing on yeah. We all heard songs that you didn't really like, and then they played it on the radio so much, and then boom. I mean, and then look what you guys have TikTok out here, right? I mean, I don't know if because I know in some countries that they ban stuff like that. So especially I think now they try to ban it in the U.S. Yeah. So look what TikTok has been doing for artists now.
Fabulous.
Oh, my favorite of all time, or top three, or just one? Top three. Jay-Z, Biggie, Fab. All Brooklyn.
Is that in order? Is that in order?
Yeah. Biggie, Jay, because Biggie was first, then Jay and Fab. She said three. Got narrowed it down.
Is it overall or Kenya? How about Biggie Fab and Forget?
For me, it's Biggie, Tupac, and Big Nas.
I have one more.
My question is to Bro and Sk8city as a host. You're relatively maybe 6-7 weeks old, the venue, and this is the first major concert with Agnes. This is the vision one was being the perfect artist for the first major show that Sk8city is hosting. And what's the plan for the rest of the year? Are we seeing more bookings? You know, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We're outside.
Heavy. Yes,
Okay, so the vision is for us to be able to deliver entertainment in a different way. Like for this one, we say we want to close up everything I've talked about. So like artists will be able to come in, have a good time, and we'll go and perform and have opportunity. But Sk8city, we want it to be a one-stop shop for everything. So events, entertainment, games, skating, food, drinks, everything. So a showcase of what we can do, and there will be so much more in the next years. For this, it's really because we really didn't know, truly, we really didn't know it was like the 50th anniversary of hip hop. For a long time, we got to know, like, okay, it was s.l.i.m, so let's just do it.
Tell them who told you that. Come on.
I did.
Yeah, for sure. But of course, we're having a block party to celebrate hip hop and Fuji tomorrow as well. So you guys are welcome to come through. The Kenyan OGs, legends are going to be here. Buses definitely will be here. Kanja, spoke to Kabush. You know, he's going to be representing. We're going to have a nice party. Kalama Shaka, our forefathers are going to be in the building as well. So definitely come through to celebrate hip hop. I think we're wrapping up now.
Whatever you want to hear. That's fine. I can make that happen. Is there a particular song you want to hear? That's a classic. Okay.
All right, guys. We're the press up. We're going to be having our presentation right before the concert happens. We're gonna get the meet. So I guess in the meantime, between now and when the concert starts, you give us that coverage, pictures, videos, all that good stuff. Of course, remind people that we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop. And let's turn up tonight. Let's have some fun, man.
Yeah.